Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this January 20th. The time is now 6:30, so let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Megan Desmel for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, you've already said it. It's bad now and it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is exactly where that forecast is heading. So yes, it is cold this morning, but temperatures by the time we head into the weekend will be significantly worse. So let's start off with this morning. Feels like temperatures in the single digits and low teens for the most part, with highs making it into the upper 20s and low 30s. And unfortunately, as we head into the weekend, these temperatures you're to be wishing would come back, as highs on Saturday and Sunday only make it into the low 20s. So again, it's going to be a very cold stretch, but thankfully we do have some warm up for your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before then. Here's a look at satellite and radar as we are looking nice and clear this morning, and that's the trend. Sunny skies taking over all day long. Highs around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame, and no chance of rain or wintry mix or snow in the forecast for today. Caroline.
All right, sounds good to me, Megan. Thank you. A fire destroyed a food pantry in Pike County yesterday afternoon. It happened at the Guiding Light Food Pantry in Elkhorn City. It's not known what started the fire. The pastor of Guiding Light Community Church says they lost everything. You can find out how to donate to the pantry on our website, WIMT.com. A Pikeville man is in custody facing charges of kidnapping and fleeing police. 38-year-old Richard May was arrested Saturday. The charges stem from a January 9th incident where May allegedly chased a woman, took her backpack, and later forced his way into a bathroom where she was hiding. Police say May brandished a knife during the incident. On Saturday, an officer spotted May, who then got away on foot, leading police on a chase. May allegedly damaged a vehicle during the pursuit and made movements as if to spit on an officer. He's charged with kidnapping, wanton endangerment, fleeing police, criminal mischief, and assault of a peace officer. For several weeks, questions surrounding the case of a missing Southern Kentucky mother have been floating around Pulaski County. Deputies say 33-year-old Angela Storms was last seen just before Christmas. Relatives say there's been conflicting information about where she was last seen. We're told she was seen at a hospital in Danville, where she mentioned going to Louisville. A friend of Storms tells us there were several complications regarding a number of her relationships. People tell us what is most concerning is that she has 2 children and would not just leave them.
Put flyers all over Somerset. The next day off, we're going to go back down and put some more flyers and stuff out. We've raised $600 so far for anyone that can lead us to her whereabouts.
Anyone with any information should contact the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. For nearly a week, residents in Wayne County, West Virginia have been without safe drinking water. An oil leak caused by vandalism at a mine last Tuesday contaminated the water supply. Many residents used the water for days, unaware of the danger, and are now concerned about potential health issues. The county declared a state of emergency on Wednesday and is distributing bottled water and filling stations at Wayne Town Hall. But frustrated residents say they want more answers and a clear timeline. Officials with the Department of Environmental Protection say cleanup is a slow process and could continue through the end of this week.
I think people should have knew about it before.
A week later. Hope we don't have no medical problems out of it. It'll show up later.
Oh yes, we're concerned.
Wayne's Mayor Danny Gray says the initial flushing of the water system can begin this morning. After that, they will begin random sampling among households. The Southeast Kentucky African American Museum and Cultural Center hosted a Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration yesterday morning in Hazard. The event brought community members together to honor Dr. King's legacy and emphasize the importance of education. The celebration began with a breakfast and program at the First Presbyterian Church. Organizers honored African American educators and highlighted how education continues to play a role in creating change.
Use their voice to bring about change, to do what is right, to love one another, you know, despite your ethnicity and where you're from and all of that, because that's what community is about.
After the program, folks assembled at City Hall and marched through downtown Hazard, reflecting Dr. King's commitment to nonviolence. The celebration continued this afternoon with a program and panel discussion at Consolidated Baptist Church. Earlier this year, Senate Bill 26, or the Kentucky Education Equality Protection Act, was passed and significantly impacted diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in Kentucky public schools. Despite the new laws, one Harlan County church group found a new tradition to remember the life of Martin Luther King Jr. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino was there.
Every year, the Greater Mount Sinai Baptist Church in Harlan County hosts a Martin Luther King Jr. celebration program to honor his life and what he stood for.
Building community, uniting a nation the non-violent way.
The program is traditionally held at the Kentucky Community and Technical College, but with new restrictions on DEI initiatives, this year looked a little different for this group.
This is the first year that we've not had it at the college. It's always been at the college or the Benham Inn. So with the changes going on, our pastor felt that we needed to bring it back to the church.
Deciding to bring the celebration in remembrance of his life back into the church, where they say his work began.
They're saying you can have Dr. King Day, but you can't say this and you can't say that. We are happy to be able to come back to the church because King first was a minister, and out of that ministry he served his people.
And though the location is different, the message and meaning of MLK Day remains the same.
This is not just a holiday, this is a movement. And Dr. King died for this movement. And I am one of the beneficiaries of it. For 30 years, I was a mine inspector. And I was a black man in a white man's world. And I benefited because of Dr. King.
Remembering Dr. King's movement for unity and equality and working to continue his legacy.
We can do this together. We were told not to use the word diversity, equity, or inclusion, but that's what Dr. King fought for. And that's what we got together. That's how we got together.
In Harlan County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Dr. Lee Harrison, president at SKCTC, provided a statement to WYMT saying, quote, SKCTC remains committed to our mission of serving Kentuckians as students, participants in our state, workforce, and as members of our communities. The college is hosting a MLK Day event today at 11:30. For more information, you can visit this story on our website, WYMT.com. Governor Andy Beshear is spending the week in Europe. He says the trip could have a big impact on the Commonwealth's economy. Beshear and a group of Team Kentucky delegates will be in Finland, Sweden, and Switzerland. Part of their trip will be spent at the World Economic Forum. It's an invite-only meeting. Many business figures and world leaders will be attending. The governor says it's a unique opportunity that will let him promote Kentucky on a global stage.
One of my biggest pitches that I make, especially on an overseas trip, is if you are a company that doesn't have a U.S. presence and you want access to the U.S. markets, you want to sell what you make in U.S. markets, the place you ought to put your manufacturing facility is in Kentucky.
This is Beshear's second time going to the World Economic Forum. Some Kentucky lawmakers, like Republican Representative T.J. Roberts, have criticized the governor's trip. Roberts recently filed a bill that would require the governor to submit requests to the state treasurer in order to use tax dollars for international travel. An organization in 3 Kentucky counties is comforting children by giving them handmade blankets. Project Linus supports children in need of support from hospitals to police cruisers. The organization hosts meetings where volunteers create blankets for donation. They also work with other organizations like youth groups and recovery centers. Volunteers say sewing blankets is a long process, but knowing it can brighten a kid's day makes it worth it.
Just knowing that there was one child who was touched by that blanket, whether you made it or not, encourages you to keep going.
Officials with the Bath, Rowan, and Pulaski chapter of Project Linus say they've donated more than 5,000 blankets so far. Project Linus says they're always taking volunteers, but they also need blanket supplies and cash donations.
And we're looking at those cold temperatures still this morning. Unfortunately, a lot of upper single digits and low teens as you're heading out the door. We'll still see temperatures dropping for the next 2 hours until that sun really starts to warm us back up until we head into the afternoon with highs in the upper 20s and low 30s, which is definitely very chilly. But the good news is we're looking at nice and clear skies as we're heading off to school. Again, temperatures in the low to mid-teens by that point. And as we're heading home, well, those temperatures will be in the mostly upper 20s with plenty of sunshine to hopefully make it feel just a little bit better. Stay with us. More Mountain News is on the way.